case for the low dose Adrafinil. What's up, everybody? Filming from the home office. Well, I'm always filming from the home office, just the studio is over there where we film stuff for Cortex Labs. And over here's my desk, man, and I just wanted to do this video to talk about low dosing Adrafinil particularly, and then just kind of talk about the idea of low dosing certain nootropics, because for some people it's actually best, and they can't high dose stuff. So check us out on the web, livecortex.com, livecortex.com/blog. Look, big blog for nootropics information. We just launched 93 and 94 of the podcast. Find it on the web. Like us on Facebook, please. Facebook.com/CortexStacks. 4 powerful products support this broadcast. We got specials on them still. Here they are. Elite level nootropic products. All right, number 1, we have a nootropic stack, and it is called Cortex. See if I have a bottle around here. No, I definitely don't, but here it is on the screen. Cortex is an exceptionally strong nootropic stack. It's the kind of stack you take if you just want to get everything in gear. You want to turn your brain on, you want to put it in a place where you can work, you want to have verbal fluency, you want to have focus, you want to have endurance, mental endurance. Buy a bottle of the Cortex nootropic stack. The special is if you use the coupon code Thanksgiving all through this week and through the weekend, you can get a bottle for $24. And by the way, that special applies to the consulting service. That's a 40-minute call with me, 15 additional email correspondences on nootropics. We help people figure out stacks that work best for them. It also applies to Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is our digital book that teaches you how to use nootropics, gives you many stacks. It's like, that's where you need to start if you're new. Same thing with the Nootropics Starter Pack. The Starter Pack is a bottle of our stack Cortex and Smarter, Better, Faster, all together in one product. Coupon code Thanksgiving saves you money right now. Okay, so I just low dosed some Adrafinil. And by low dosing Adrafinil, I mean 50 milligrams of Adrafinil. Typically the dose on Adrafinil is about 350 milligrams. Adrafinil is essentially modafinil, but it's basically a precursor. Once you get it into circulation, there's a chemical change that takes place within your body that turns it into basically modafinil, regular modafinil. Okay, so it's awesome. And modafinil is a wakefulness promoting compound. It enhances these orexin neurons, which promotes wakefulness. It increases extracellular dopamine, so there's more dopamine for your neurons to use and latch onto. So it's highly stimulating and highly motivating in that regard. It's actually one of the best compounds there is. People struggle with, like, is it a nootropic, is it not a nootropic? I totally believe Adrafinil and modafinil are nootropics. I didn't used to think that way, but it totally is. Let's just quickly shift to low-dosing nootropics kind of in general. There are some people for whom the high doses of regular stuff, they just overtax their brain. They don't need the optimization. You know, that's the primary reason. The optimization that, you know, they would get from those nootropics, their brain doesn't need. Their brains work fine. It always has been the case that people with the most kind of degradation, the most problems in cognitive focus, let's just put it generally instead of trying to get about neurophysiology, the most problems with cognitive performance tend to be able to sustainably take nootropics longer term without side effects, and they can take higher doses of them. But people whose brains are like pretty awesome as it is, maybe they've been using nootropics, maybe they run every day, maybe they meditate, they eat well, they sleep well, it's a combination of all those things, their brains really don't require a whole bunch of nootropics. Higher dose nootropics give them side effects, and they're better off taking lower doses of stuff. These days it's funny because I've kind of converted from the former example to the latter example, where these days, I mean, lower dose nootropics just work for me. Now, there are times where I'll take some higher doses of stuff, multiple racetam stacks when I really need to get work done. It all really depends, right? But generally, you know, I just took some Adrafinil, 50 milligrams. I'm feeling it starting to kick in right now. I'm going to get to work here. And it will deliver a degree of cognitive performance that is above my baseline. Now, it'll be subtle, but noticeable. It won't be significantly strong, but it'll be strong enough. And what I've come to learn is that, you know, especially with the Afinils, if you can optimize everything else to where your baseline is just really super awesome, by sleeping well, eating well, exercising, meditating, all these kind of things, you can get away with taking relatively low doses of these compounds, and you can get killer performance from it as a result. So what's the real takeaway? I mean, you know, the takeaway is all the stuff that I just said, but in the end, and what we teach in Smarter, Better, Faster, and what we try to teach people is over time. I mean, look, if you're getting into nootropics, you're new, your brain needs some work, take high doses of stuff, that's totally fine. But over time, you kind of want to work the whole situation in a way where you can function really awesome at baseline, and you can take lower doses of things. And what they do is they bump you above your baseline just enough to where you really have solid performance, and you don't have to tax your liver by taking a whole bunch of different compounds. You don't have to tax your detox systems. You won't overtax your neurotransmitter systems. You'll be less likely to develop tolerance on nootropics with certain nootropic compounds, which is totally awesome, and that leads you to be able to take them a lot more sustainably long term. People ask me that question all the time. Can I take them for the rest of my life? It all depends on how you use them, and if you use them in this way, which is just one surgical approach. You know, there's many other surgical approaches like varying between 30 stacks over the course of a month, where you'll basically never develop a tolerance for anything, and you can just sustainably take them. Of course, you should take 2 weeks off after a 30-day stint. I mean, that's kind of the general rule of thumb, but that is a good protocol. Okay, so I hope I've been helpful and sensical in this video. We really try to infuse logic into the usage of nootropics, because that's the way that you can take them sustainably and long term. Okay, so remember, all of our stuff is on sale right now. The Cortex stack, powerful pre-made focus stack, motivation stack, verbal fluency stack. I mean, the stuff just rocks. Buy a bottle of the Cortex stack right now at livecortex.com. If you use the coupon code Thanksgiving, it takes it all the way down to $24. Pretty awesome for it to be called the only pre-made stack that actually works. If you need my help personally, guys, on anything related to nootropics, to help you find stacks that work well for you, you can ask me questions for 40 minutes. We've got a consulting service. Get that at livecortex.com. It's a 40-minute call with me. If you're new to nootropics, a lot of these distinctions that we make on this channel, you can learn by reading Smarter, Better, Faster. It also gives you some of my favorite stacks. So you can buy that at livecortex.com. And the Nootropic Starter Pack is like the hit product for people that are basically new to nootropics. You get a bottle of Cortex, our stack, and you get a downloadable version of Smarter, Better, Faster, delivered to your email. It is an awesome product. And by the way, if you use the Thanksgiving coupon code Thanksgiving, saves you money on that too. That'll last through the weekend. Get it now while it's hot, because that special is ending soon. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Remember, we just launched 93 and 94 of the podcast on livecortex.com/blog. Go listen to it. Go to the iTunes podcast, the Cortex Labs Nootropics podcast. Subscribe, write us a review, and then you'll get notified of every new podcast that we launch. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you next time. My name is Ryan Michael Ballo. For 6 years, my sole mission has been to improve the performance of my brain. This is why I created Cortex. My mission was to build a nootropic stack that gave me extreme focus, powerful motivation, and a heightened cognitive state. And after years of experimentation and a comprehensive beta testing protocol, and putting together the most powerful nootropic compounds on the planet, I found what I was looking for.